Beloved soul, heaven has been watching you. Through every long night, through every silent tear, through every moment when you thought no one could see the battles inside your heart, heaven saw. And now, the divine whispers urgently through the light, tomorrow at midnight, a miracle will touch your life. Michael's voice comes gently, filled with power and compassion. This is not by chance. This is not a random word. This is a calling written in the book of destiny long before you arrived on this earth. You may have felt delays, you may have endured setbacks, you may have questioned if the blessing would ever come, but now, the time is appointed. And heaven's hand is moving. Beloved, midnight has always been sacred. It is the moment when one day closes and another begins. It is the place where endings turn into beginnings, where silence holds the power of transformation. And tomorrow at midnight, the shift will come. The blessing that has been circling your life will finally land. The doors that resisted you will finally open. The miracle that once seemed distant will now stand before you. The angels say, this miracle is not only about what you will receive, it is about who you will become. You will rise stronger. You will rise healed. You will rise aligned with the greater version of yourself. The struggles that once weighed you down will lose their grip, and the peace you longed for will flood in like light breaking the darkness. Michael declares, beloved soul, do not ignore this message. It is not an echo, it is not a coincidence, it is not empty words. It is heaven's reminder that you are chosen, that you are seen, and that the very thing you thought was impossible is already on its way. All that is asked of you is faith, faith to hold on one more day, faith to open your heart, faith to expect the miracle at the appointed hour. Beloved, rejoice. For tomorrow at midnight, the divine will move. And when it does, your life will never be the same again. The angels say, beloved soul, tomorrow at midnight is not just another hour on the clock. It is the dividing line between what was and what will be. Midnight will be the moment when heaven draws a curtain on your old struggles and lifts a new one for blessings that have been waiting behind the scenes. Michael whispers, this is the appointed hour of breakthrough. The barriers that once resisted you will no longer stand. The delays that once frustrated you will dissolve. The answers that once felt far away will finally be released. Tomorrow at midnight, the shift will not only touch your circumstances, it will transform your destiny. Beloved, breakthrough is more than opportunity, it is freedom. It is the moment chains fall, doors open, and light floods into every shadowed corner of your life. For too long, you have carried burdens that were never meant to remain. At midnight, those burdens will be lifted. At midnight, you will feel the release. At midnight, the power of the divine will move so deeply that you will know, this was not man, this was heaven. The angels say, this miracle will not come empty. It will be wrapped in abundance. Abundance of peace. Abundance of joy. Abundance of provision. Where you once saw lack, you will now see overflow. Where you once feared not enough, you will now see more than enough. This is not just about surviving, it is about thriving in the fullness prepared for you. Michael declares, beloved soul, do not dismiss this. Do not think it small. Do not believe it is for someone else. This midnight is for you. This breakthrough is for you. This abundance is for you. The divine has timed it perfectly, and all of heaven is aligned to release what belongs to you. Beloved, rejoice in this truth. Tomorrow at midnight, a chapter of struggle will close, and a season of abundance will open. And once it begins, nothing can stop it, nothing can block it, nothing can take it away, for it has been written over your life by the divine light of God. The angels say, "Beloved soul, when midnight comes and the miracle is released, the shift will not only be in your circumstances, it will flow into your connections, your destiny, your very spirit." For the divine knows that no life is meant to flourish in isolation, and so this miracle carries with it the gift of alignment. Alignment with people, with opportunities, with paths that lead to your greater purpose. Michael whispers, in the past, you may have walked with those who did not value your light. You may have trusted those who betrayed, leaned on those who failed you, or carried bonds that only weighed you down. But now, this midnight, heaven is rewriting your circle. The wrong connections will fade, the heavy ties will break, and new relationships will be sent into your life, relationships full of love, honor, and divine purpose. Beloved, these connections will not drain you, they will strengthen you. They will not distract you, they will guide you. They will not hold you back, they will lift you higher. Some will come as companions to walk with you, others as mentors to teach you, and still others as helpers to support you in the moments you feel alone. Each one will be hand-chosen, assigned, timed perfectly for this new chapter. The angels say, with these connections comes divine favor. Doors that were closed will begin to open. Places you thought you could never step into will invite you in. People of influence will notice you not by chance, but by design. You will not need to force, to beg, to fight for recognition. Favor will speak on your behalf, and the right eyes will see you. Michael declares, this is also the moment of your spiritual elevation. Midnight will not only shift the world around you, it will lift the world within you. Your spirit will grow stronger, your discernment sharper, your connection with the divine deeper. You will no longer move in confusion, but in clarity. You will no longer walk in weakness, but in authority. You will no longer question your worth, for you will feel it alive within you. Beloved, rejoice. For this midnight miracle is not just about breakthrough, it is about alignment. New relationships, divine favor, spiritual strength. Together they will elevate you into the life you were always meant to live. And once you step into this alignment, nothing and no one will be able to pull you back into what you have already left behind. The angels say, beloved soul, alignment is only the beginning. Once heaven places you in the right circle, with the right favor, and in the right spirit, then comes the next blessing, protection. For the divine never sends a soul into destiny without also covering them in light. As you step into this new season, you will feel the shield of heaven around you more than ever before. Michael whispers, the things that once touched you will no longer have access. The attacks that once reached you will now be stopped before they ever get close. The words meant to harm you will fall powerless. The traps meant to catch you will collapse under their own weight. Every step you take will be guarded, every move you make will be surrounded by angelic presence. Beloved, protection is not only about what is kept away, it is also about what is secured within. Your peace will be protected. Your joy will be preserved. Your clarity will remain intact. Where once you lived in fear of losing, now you will live in assurance of keeping. What comes into your hands in this season will not slip away, for heaven itself will guard it. The angels say, with protection comes unstoppable progress. No longer will your path be delayed by unnecessary battles. No longer will you be pulled back by distractions or weighed down by opposition. With the covering of heaven, you will move forward unhindered. What once took years will now take months. What once felt impossible will now feel inevitable. For when the divine clears the way, progress becomes natural, unstoppable, undeniable. Michael declares, "Beloved soul, you are stepping into a season where your growth will not be halted, your success will not be sabotaged, your peace will not be stolen. Every attempt to block you will fail, every attempt to slow you will crumble, every attempt to silence you will backfire. This is the era of unstoppable forward motion, carried by the hand of God and guarded by the light of angels. Beloved, rejoice. For at midnight, when the miracle touches your life, it will not only bless you with breakthrough and alignment, it will wrap you in protection and carry you into progress that no enemy, no obstacle, no fear can ever stop." The angels say, "Beloved soul, protection and progress are never ends in themselves, they are preparations. They are the ground being cleared, the path being straightened, the soil being made ready for the greater truth of your existence, your divine purpose. For you were not placed here to merely survive, you were placed here to shine, to carry light into darkness, to release love where there is none, to fulfill a calling that only you can complete." Michael whispers, "So many times you have wondered, why am I here? What is the reason for all I have endured? Why does my journey look different from others?" And now the answer comes, every trial shaped you, every storm refined you, every delay prepared you. Nothing was wasted, not a single tear, not a single battle, not a single lonely night. All of it has been leading to this, your moment of alignment with your true purpose. Beloved, your divine purpose is not something distant, it is alive within you even now. It is the gift that rises when you encourage someone who feels hopeless. It is the light that shines when you choose forgiveness instead of bitterness. It is the wisdom that flows when you speak words that heal. Your purpose is not about what you lack, it is about what you carry. And tomorrow at midnight, the miracle will awaken it fully. The angels say, once awakened, your purpose will no longer feel hidden. You will see it in your steps, in your choices, in your relationships, in your work. Opportunities will open that align with your calling. People will appear who need the exact light you carry. And you will know with certainty, this is why I am here. This is what I was created to do. Michael declares, "Beloved soul, your purpose is not small. It is not fragile. It is not replaceable. The divine wrote it into your being before you were even born, and no failure, no betrayal, no delay has erased it. Now, as you enter this new season, you will see it clearer than ever. You will walk in it with confidence, with peace, with power. And every step you take in purpose will ripple outward, touching lives you may never even meet." Beloved, rejoice. For midnight is not only the arrival of blessing, it is the awakening of destiny. And when you rise in your purpose, heaven celebrates, for one more light has been ignited in the world, and darkness loses its hold. The angels say, "Beloved soul, when a person steps fully into their divine purpose, something shifts in heaven and earth. A fresh anointing is released, like oil poured over your head, flowing into every part of your life. This anointing is not human, it is sacred, it is eternal, it is the evidence of heaven's hand resting upon you. With this anointing, you will begin to move in a flow that feels effortless, because it is not powered by your strength, but by the Spirit within you. Michael whispers, this anointing will be visible. Others will notice it before you even speak. Your presence will carry peace, your words will carry weight, your touch will carry healing. Where once you struggled to prove yourself, now your anointing will speak for you. It will open doors, soften hearts, and release blessings wherever you go. Not because of who you are alone, but because of who moves through you. Beloved, this anointing will also unlock miracles. Miracles not just for you, but through you. As you walk in your calling, you will see impossible things begin to happen, solutions where there were none, breakthroughs where walls stood, provision where there was emptiness. People around you will testify, something changes when they are here. That is the miracle power flowing through your purpose. The angels say, you will no longer live in survival mode, you will live in overflow. You will no longer ask, will God show up for me? You will know that He already has. And this awareness will make your life a vessel of miracles, attracting blessings, manifesting breakthroughs, carrying divine answers not only for yourself but for others too. Michael declares, beloved soul, this is the extraordinary life heaven has been preparing for you. Not ordinary steps, but guided steps. Not ordinary results, but miraculous outcomes. Not ordinary influence, but divine impact. With this anointing, your days will no longer feel wasted, every moment will carry eternal significance, every act will ripple with heaven's light, every word will carry divine power. Beloved, rejoice. For at midnight, when the miracle touches your life, it will not stop at breakthrough, alignment, protection, or progress, it will ignite your anointing and release miracles into your journey. And once that flow begins, you will see with your own eyes what it means to live a life touched and carried by the divine. The angels say, beloved soul, when the anointing flows and miracles begin to manifest in your life, it will not remain hidden. What God does for you will shine as a testimony, a living proof that heaven still moves, that prayers are still heard, that miracles are still real. And through your story, others will find hope. Through your breakthrough, others will believe again. Through your journey, faith will awaken in hearts that had gone silent. Michael whispers, your life will no longer only speak of your pain, it will speak of your victory. It will no longer be defined by what you lost, it will shine with what you gained. And those who doubted, those who thought your light was too small, will see with their own eyes what the divine can do with a heart that refuses to give up. Beloved, testimony is not just about words, it is about presence. When people encounter you, they will feel the atmosphere of grace around you. They will sense peace where once there was chaos. They will notice joy where once there was sorrow. They will ask, how did you survive? How did you rise? How do you shine? And in that moment, your very existence will become the answer, because the divine touched me. The angels say, your testimony will travel further than you expect. It will inspire those close to you, but also strangers who only catch a glimpse of your light. Some will never tell you directly, but in silence their hearts will be lifted by your resilience, their prayers reignited by your faith. The ripple of your miracle will move beyond what your eyes can see. Michael declares, beloved soul, this is why your midnight matters. It is not just about your blessing, it is about the blessings that will flow through you to others. Every time you speak of the goodness you have witnessed, chains will break for someone else. Every time you testify of the miracle you received, doubt will leave another heart. Every time you shine your light, darkness will lose its hold on another life. Beloved, rejoice. For tomorrow at midnight, when the miracle touches you, your life will no longer be only your own. It will become a testimony, a beacon, a witness to the divine light of God. And through you, others will believe again, others will hope again, others will rise again. The angels say, beloved soul, testimonies are not just for a moment, they are seeds that carry power into generations. When your life becomes a living testimony, it does not fade when the moment passes. It echoes. It travels. It plants itself in the hearts of those who hear, and it grows long after your words have been spoken. This is how a divine legacy is born. Michael whispers, legacy is not about material wealth, it is about spiritual inheritance. It is about leaving behind more light than darkness, more faith than fear, more love than sorrow. The testimony of your midnight miracle will be remembered not only by you, but by those who walk with you, by those who come after you, by those who will never even know your name yet still feel your light. Beloved, think of how your story will reach beyond today. A child will hear of your faith and decide to believe. A stranger will hear of your breakthrough and decide not to give up. A family member will remember your endurance and find courage in their darkest hour. This is not by accident, it is heaven weaving your story into the fabric of others' destinies. The angels say, every word you speak of what God has done, every act of kindness that flows from your gratitude, every choice to keep walking in light, these will become the threads of your legacy. And long after this midnight passes, long after this season changes, those threads will still shine, reminding others that miracles are real, that love wins, that heaven always comes through. Michael declares, beloved soul, you were never meant to simply live and leave, you were meant to plant something eternal. And now, through your testimony, you will. Your life will not be remembered for the battles you faced, but for the victories you carried. Not for the nights you cried, but for the mornings you rose. Not for the weight of your pain, but for the strength of your faith. Beloved, rejoice. For tomorrow at midnight, when the miracle touches your life, it will mark the beginning of a legacy. And as you live in that light, your name will be written not only in earthly memory but in the eternal pages of heaven, forever tied to the testimony of a soul who believed, who endured, who shined. The angels say, beloved soul, a legacy born of testimony does not end with remembrance, it opens the gates of authority. For when heaven entrusts you with a story that carries light, that story becomes your crown, and with it comes a new measure of divine authority. This authority is not of men, not of titles, not of worldly positions. It is the authority of one who has walked through the fire and come out shining, the authority of one whose name is carried by heaven itself. Michael whispers, authority means your words will carry more weight. Your prayers will release greater power. Your presence will shift atmospheres. Where once you felt invisible, now the spiritual realm will recognize you. Angels will stand by your side not as distant watchers, but as active protectors and partners. Darkness will flee quicker, blessings will flow faster, and breakthroughs will arrive easier, because heaven's authority rests on you. Beloved, this authority is not temporary, it is sealed by covenant. A covenant is a sacred bond, an unbreakable agreement between your soul and heaven. At midnight, when the miracle touches you, the divine will renew this covenant, I will be with you, I will walk with you, I will never leave you. And in return, your heart will echo back, I will trust, I will serve, I will shine. This covenant cannot be erased by failure, cannot be undone by doubt, cannot be broken by opposition, it is eternal. The angels say, with this covenant, you will no longer question if you are chosen, you will know it. You will no longer wonder if you are protected, you will feel it. You will no longer doubt if your life matters, you will see it unfolding in every step. This covenant ties your destiny to the hand of God, and no force on earth or in spirit can undo what has been written.